Given f of x equals negative 2/3 times x plus 3 and g of x equals 2x squared minus 5. Now we have all these problems given those two equations. A says calculate f of 3. So we would do that by just substituting in 3 for x in the f equation. So we have negative 2/3 times 3 plus 3. And when we simplify that, 2/3 times 3, well, 2 times 3 will just give you 6. And 6 over 3 will just be 2. So that should be negative 2 plus 3, which should leave you with a positive 1. So f of 3 should equal 1. B says solve f of x equals negative 5. So we're not solving for f of 5 because that's what I almost said. But instead, we're figuring out when f of x equals negative 5. So we take f of x and we're just going to write the equation right here. But we're going to leave x as x. And we're going to set it equal to negative 5. When we do this first, we can move 3 on the other side, so minus 3, which will give you negative 8 equals negative 2/3 x. Great. And now, so yes, I'm going to try to multiply by the reciprocal on both sides, the reciprocal of the 2/3. So 3/2. And I'm just going to make it negative just because that's negative. And when you do that, negative 3/2 times negative 2/3. 3 times 2 gives 6 over 6. Negative 6 times, I'm sorry, this is not negative 6. 6 over 6, which would be 1. So negative times negative will cancel out, just make it 1. So we have x equals negative 8 times negative 3/2. Negative 8 times negative 3 will just, once again, 24, the negatives cancel, over 2. 24 over 2 just equals 12. So x equals 12, which means f of 12 equals negative 5. I'm going to box in my answers too so it's easy to tell, just in case you're in a rush. Okay, part C says calculate g of negative 3. So it's kind of easy like the first equation. You just take 2, put negative 3 in there. I got the 2 from the g equation, by the way, because I know that was kind of random. 2 times negative 3 squared minus 5. One mistake I used to make all the time is I used to think that this came first, then that. PEMDAS does tell you exponents first, but I just for some reason would always forget that. So I just want to leave a reminder that the negative 3 squared comes first. The 2 is not squared. So we have negative 3 squared. Negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. 2 times 9 is 18 minus 5, which is 13. So that means g of negative 3 should equal 13. So now we have part D. I started it, but I had to restart for some reason. We have 2x squared minus 5, and we're leaving the x in there, and we're going to set this all equal to negative 7. And now we're going to find the x by first adding 5 to both sides. That'll give you negative 2 over here, because plus 5. Yep, plus 5. Okay. And 2x squared stays over here. And now, we're going to get rid of the 2. Divide both of these by 2. And by the time you do that, this is just 1, -1 at least. In the other side, the 2's will cancel out and you have x squared. Finally, x squared equals -1. Easy, just take the square root. Except you can't take the square root of a negative number. Okay, so I did check just to make sure I wasn't giving out false information, and I'm going to put the screenshot on the video, but as you can see, g of x is undefined. There is no place where the output is -7. So if you're looking for that for question D, for part D at least, you won't find it. So that's why I just wrote x is undefined, and it makes sense because what we had before was the square root of x squared. We did the square root to cancel out the x squared just to get x by itself. And then we had the square root of -1 on this side, which would be undefined because it is a negative number and nothing times itself is going to give you a negative number. So now on to part E. Let me move it. Now for part E, it says solve g of x equals 8. So we have another one like that one from before. So all we're going to do is take g of x, leave x as x, don't substitute anything in for x. 2x squared minus 5 is g of x, and we're going to set that equal to 8. So now, once again, add 5 to both sides to cancel out the -5. 8 plus 5 will give you 13. And then we have 2x squared by itself over here. Divided by 2, divided by 2. And when you do that, 13 divided by 2 is technically 6.5, right? Because 6 plus 6 will give you 12. Yep, and the halves will give you one more, 13. So I don't feel like writing that as a fraction, so I'm just going to write 6.5, and then the 2's cancel out right there. So x squared. So we're going to take the square root of that and take the square root of that. So we have x equals, now the square root of 6.5. That I do not know. Give me just a second so I can find out. Okay, so I did it and I got x should equal 2.5495. I always write at least 4 decimal points. 3 is okay too, but I just like to be as specific as I can. Let me box this in. I forgot to box this one in as well. Alright, and now for the last one, we have solve g of x equals 9. So it's another one like those two. Take g of x, leaving x in there, no substitution yet. That was g of x. I know you can't see it anymore because it was all the way up there. And we're going to set it equal to 9. By doing this, once again, add 5 to both sides. You get 14 over here. And then on this side, you get 2x squared divided by 2 divided by 2. Look at that, a nice easy number. 14 over 2 give you 7 equals x squared. Great, now we gotta find the square root of 7. Another one I don't believe I am so sure about. So let me get that calculator one more time. Okay, so I used my calculator and I got 2.6458 because technically it was 575, but the 7 right here goes up to an 8 because the next number was 5. That's called rounding. Alright, and that's how you solve these problems. Hopefully I did a good job explaining. I was trying my hardest. But yeah, please don't forget to share the video, like it if it helped. Just please help the channel. I appreciate it.